Frequently, managers and gym owners look beyond personal trainers when it's time to make important business decisions. There's a variety of reasons for this, but know that having a strong knowledge of basic business concepts can increase your career growth quickly. It's important to have an understanding of many areas of business. You don't need to be an expert in all areas of business, but at a minimum, you need to know what needs to be accomplished and how to get it done if you really want to grow your career. The Toolbox gives you all this knowledge and helps you know what you don't know, enabling you to complete the tasks yourself or get you the resources you need to help you. Having a strong knowledge of business, like the knowledge that comes from an MBA, helps your career in many ways, but you don't need to spend $100,000 to get what you need. We have distilled the necessary information for you to use. Here are just a few reasons business knowledge matters. Number 1, credibility in the eyes of consumers, peers, employees, and potential business partners. Having a business education demonstrates that you are committed to your business. It shows you have invested time and energy to a skill set that is not commonly pursued by fitness professionals. It tells everyone that what you do is not a hobby that pays well, but is a career that you take seriously and wish to be a master of. It's evidence that you value the business perspective and recognize that the workouts you deliver, invent, and manage are intended to enable business success and are not an end in themselves. Number 2, thinking like a business person. As fitness enthusiasts, we're used to thinking in a logical fashion regarding fitness programming. If this, then that. This logical mindset is essential to creating good fitness programs, troubleshooting individual client problems, and managing client results. In business, you need to think differently. You need to think in terms of strategy, product value, human reactions, and financial and legal issues you have no control over. You need to rely more on trial and error. The ability to think like a business person is important for fitness professionals if you want to be taken more seriously in a fitness organization for potential promotions or in the community as a serious business owner. If you're designing products, programs, and workouts, you need to do so in a manner that can support the business as it adapts to changing consumer demands, not focusing only on what you think is fun for your program. Without this business mindset, you're at a risk of creating a fitness business that is too slow or too rigid to fully support growth. Number 3 is an invitation to the inner circle. Fitness professionals are often overlooked when it comes to being a part of a leadership group. We're regarded as technicians and not managers or strategic thinkers, whereas business heads typically talk less about technical fitness, but instead focus on business and financial results. By being able to show another layer of depth and therefore the ability to deliver solid business thinking, you can get yourself a seat at the table, whether it's a promotion within a company or a brainstorming group of like-minded entrepreneurs. Number 4, better conversations with colleagues. Fitness professionals use a lot of uncommon terminology when we're discussing our day-to-day work. Self-myofascial release, antagonistic supersets, vertical loading, volumization, dynamic flexibility, periodization. We can go on and on talking about program design, which doesn't always, well, directly anyway, affect business. Every area of business, whether sales, marketing, or accounting, has its own technical terminology that is just as complex as our science. In the Toolbox, you learn much of the jargon of the other areas of the business. For example, customer-driven marketing strategy, relationship selling, business entity, and gross margin versus net profit. Or errors and omissions, for example. With business knowledge, you think first of business-based solutions instead of fitness-based. As trainers, we typically think, need to drive sales? Come up with a new program. With more business knowledge, we think more diversely and say things like, let's address our brand messaging, or are we clearly articulating our brand value, or could we benefit from a social-focused marketing strategy, or what is the best way to increase gross margin? These are concepts that will not only increase the value of what you offer, but also create new opportunities to have conversations and network with others in your company, industry, or broader network that you would normally not have anything in common with. Number 5, applying new knowledge increases performance in your current job. With each new subject you're introduced to, you'll have actionable knowledge. For example, you can take it upon yourself to create a new personal brand image within the gym. When you learn about product diversification, you can immediately apply it by coming up with a new program that solves a specific problem that you otherwise wouldn't have offered. And be sure it ties to your brand and will be profitable. Number 6, learning standard tools and business processes. As fitness enthusiasts, we're all knowledgeable in the processes around program design, but when it comes to processes for running a business, we're typically lacking. By having a stronger business knowledge base, we can run a more efficient business through implementing the tools and process that we're introduced to. Whether it's a software used for scheduling the day, a nutrition recommendation software, or a way to monetize our program online, there are many systems that can make life easier and/or help drive more revenue. The Toolbox will introduce you to many of these tools. Now, when you consider all of those advantages to having business knowledge, you realize how the Toolbox will help you go from being a practitioner to a successful fitness business person. From a personal trainer to a business that offers personal training. Even if you work in a gym, you're running your own business, although it is supported by the gym and you need to view yourself as such. From a nutritionist to an entrepreneur that offers nutrition counseling, there's a big difference in the perception between the practitioner and the fitness professional, and we'll help you create that new persona.